This video is made possible by Fitness, where members share video rights to make fitness training fun and interactive. Hey everyone, welcome back to racing. Today another race, the first race. It's been a long time since the last race. Last race was around 4 months ago, and yeah, everyone was excited to race again, and we were allowed to race again, so we decided to do a small race right away. And here we are, just a couple of 100 meters to go before the race starts. So yeah, the game already has started. We're at the front of the peloton, but no one wants to be at the front at this moment in time. So we have to try to get off the front as fast as possible before we get surprised by some attacks. And yeah, the race will start in around 250 meters from here on, and then we will know what to expect. So the circuit is 4 corners, very easy. It's a headwind section to the finish, and the tailwind section at the back of the circuit. Wind is quite there, but not most important. But here we start the race, and we can see an attack right away. So I wasn't worried too much about following directly. I wanted to wait and see, because everyone was going to follow. No one was going to let the first attack of this race and the first attack of the season letting go of it. So we're just waiting. And normally it's important to it's one of the most important things of racing to stay at the front and think about your positioning and reacting quite fast to attacks. But this time we're with a small group of around 12 riders, and it isn't that important to follow directly, because in the back you can still see the attacks going. You can't be but still you can see the attacks going, so you always can follow if you want. On the right of me we see a rider we all know from previous races if you have been following this channel. So we have to watch out for him. He's a strong rider. So yeah, the peloton is here, and at this point I wanted to try out the legs a little bit. So I go to the right and place a small attack. Actually small, around 1200 watts max. So it wasn't really small, but it's nothing much. Trying to break the slipstream, going from left to right. But this isn't the time to go solo for me. It's only a half hour race, so yeah, it's not so super long, but everyone is fresh all race long. So as I said to you in the beginning, you don't have to be at the front all the time of the peloton. Everyone can follow, and yeah, but this is not the time to go solo. And as I say that, a rider flies past, and I have to go speed up from around 50k per hour to almost 60. And yeah, this is the rider from the practice race video. His name is Finn, and we have to watch out for Finn because he's a strong rider. And last time he got away like this, so I have to give it everything to get back to the wheel, because if I let him go, he's away and we will never see him back. So we have to follow him. And when a quick glance behind shows isn't very promising, because the peloton isn't too close. So I have to close it on my own or wait for the peloton, with a chance that Finn's going to break away. And last time that didn't work out very well for me. So luckily we can see we're getting closer. And yeah, one look behind and the peloton is in the wheel, so no need to to work together and fly past him. So here goes a teammate of mine. He's going to ride at the front, and yeah, I don't have to follow him. No one tries to follow him, so he can just ease away. As Finn told the others, they have to follow the rider, but no one seems to be willing to work hard at this stage of the race. So for me, it's just resting in the wheels now and trying to slow down the follow. So yeah, it's just waiting for me. So here we are a little later. Teammates still in front. We're with. I'm just trying to slow down the pace a little bit, because every second I slow down is one, and if I slow down the race, if I do this a couple of times in a race, it will the advantage will grow over 1 minute. So as I take a little longer to overtake, Finn starts to speed up, and when we look behind, there isn't anyone following. So listen.
Finn, kom maar weg, misschien. Ik ga mee als je gaat.
So I just told Finn if he's going to ride and start his attack, I will work together, because this was a big opportunity, and before the race, me and my teammate discussed when we would follow and when we wouldn't follow, and this was one of the cases we could follow, because only 2 people, and we still had a big chance of winning the race with 2 people in the breakaway, and one solo guy was probably gonna blow up at the end. So yeah, I work together with Finn. It's we have a small gap on the peloton, but big enough that they are not in our slipstream and have to do as much work as we have. So it's just a matter of pacing well and committing to this attack. Together with Finn, we can get to the breakaway, to my teammates, and then we will see what happens. But yeah, as we ride. As we ride here, one other rider joins the breakaway, and we are at 3. And here we got back with by our teammates, and now we're with 4. And we have to work together to stay in front of the peloton. Luckily, the peloton isn't very big for us, so if we just keep riding, we will probably stay away. But we have to keep working together, otherwise they will get back to us fast. Even though it's just a short race, we have to you have to keep eating and keep staying alert, because yeah, those short races are really high intensity, and in the beginning of the season, and this is almost the beginning of the season because there weren't any races before, you most likely haven't trained it too much, but here we can see, as we try to work together, one rider doesn't overtake, and it's Finn, and I tell him. So I told him I had a teammate in front, so I wasn't going to follow, and he listened, and he was going to follow, so I still had to waste a lot of energy, but not as much as he had to do, because I still had a little slipstream. So fortunately we get back, and yeah, this wasn't very good for the trust in the breakaway, so this could cost us the race. But luckily we are back, and now it's just a case of following riders, and here another attack, and I decided to follow, and yeah, when I looked behind, my teammate was playing the perfect teammate and went in Finn's wheel, and I just had to get back as fast as possible to the wheel of the other rider at front, and yeah, Finn and my teammate weren't following, so it's just a case for us to try and stay away, and just ride, and we will stay away. So I'm almost back at his wheel, but it was a big effort for me. You can see me hanging over the bars. But yeah, now it's just a case of working together and trying to do it together. So here we can see only 3 laps to go. So it's a case of trying to win this race, and we speed up another round or two. Because nothing much happened. We worked together perfectly, and it was a really nice race to do. And yeah, I think we both deserve to win. I think he was a little stronger on the flats, that's why I didn't decide to try and bridge away. But we're in the last lap of the race, and yeah, it's a circuit of around 1k. I don't know exactly, but it isn't too long, and we've worked together all race long, and we from behind there's no pressure, so we can do as easy as we want or as hard as we want. But yeah, it's quite exciting doing such a sprint at the end of the race, where there's a little bit of pressure, it's different than a sprint in a training ride with some friends. This is a little more important, and it was quite fun, but I think it's the most important thing to not start in front and at the last 250 meters when we come out of the corner, as we see him tightening his shoes. I thought about attacking here, but that would be such a dick move, working together all race long, and it's just a friendly race. So, but here we are, almost the last corner. We lapped the peloton. Luckily they went out of the way, and here we go. I'm in second wheel, so best position. A strong headwind in his wheel, and trying to wait as long as possible, but not too long. And here he goes, and I have a couple of meters behind, but I still have a chance, so I speed up 1200 watts plus and trying to get past, and here I come, and here I lose the race. Unfortunately, it wasn't, I went too late. I waited a little too long. He had a little too big of a gap in the initial push of his sprint, but congrats on him. Really nice race, fair race, and I've enjoyed it a lot. First race in a long time, and I want to thank you for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like or drop a comment, or I don't know. Thanks for watching, and let's ride.
Ja, die ligt daar iets voor, maar ja. Ja, die toch. Netjes.